So, the Bo6 beta is finally here. If you pre-ordered, or if you got lucky enough to get a code, but those codes are disappearing as soon as they dropped. So, if you got a code to play this, you are very lucky. Um, but if you pre-order the game, you get access to the beta. Everyone else that did pre-order gets access next week, I think. But this first week, starting yesterday, everyone who pre-ordered the game gets the beta. And everyone on the internet is loving it. They're going like, this is the best game ever. This is going to save Call of Duty. Treyarch's back. Best Call of Duty we've had in the modern era. And I disagree. I think this game has some very glaring problems. And I think this is a bad Call of Duty game. But I've not liked the last 5 Call of Duty games. And this game has the exact same problem that those have. And I'm going to show some clips to back up my point. But the first problem is the spawns are horrible.
Splash. Hostile shooter.
Also, because there's mounting and doors like there was in Modern Warfare 2019, people just camp, even though there's omni movement in the game.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
So to me, this game is just not that good. I don't think it's as good as everyone's saying it is. I think this game has the same problems that every Call of Duty for the last 5 years, excluding Cold War, has had. Bad spawns, a camping problem, and just, yeah. And it's, by the way, this isn't Treyarch's fault. It isn't Treyarch's fault, so don't blame Treyarch. It's Infinity Ward and Activision's fault. It's Infinity Ward's fault because they made Modern Warfare 2019, which started all of this. The mounting and the doors and the terrible squad spawns. And it's Activision's fault because they force everyone to use the engine that Modern Warfare 2019 was built on. Because Modern Warfare 2019 was a very popular game, and Warzone uses that engine, which is obviously the most popular thing Call of Duty's ever made, is Warzone. So now every game has to be made on the Infinity Ward engine for Warzone and for marketing because it is a very pretty engine. It is. It's very pretty graphically. It's got good animations, and they can market that. So they force every game company, or they make Treyarch and Sledgehammer put their games on the Infinity Ward engine. Because of Warzone and for marketing, and every game just feels the same. If you've been around for a while, you'll remember Call of Duty games used to feel different from each other. Treyarch games used to feel like Treyarch games. Infinity Ward games used to feel like Infinity Ward games. Like, Infinity Ward always had better hit registration, but were more like realistic and a bit, slower paced or just a bit more, I don't know. And Treyarch games didn't have as good tech, like they didn't look as good graphically and had a little bit worse hit reg, but they had better skill gaps, like they had higher skill gaps. But now every game just feels like Modern Warfare 2019. And I don't like that game. So, of course, I'm not going to like the games when they feel like a game I don't like. So, yeah. So, this is the last Call of Duty I'll ever play. And I know, like, oh, who cares? No one cares. That is true. I'm just, like, letting people know. By the way, I'm not attacking you if you enjoy this game. I'm glad you do. It's just not for me personally. I wish I enjoyed Call of Duty. I really want to enjoy Call of Duty. But yeah, I'm not attacking you if you enjoy it. I get why people enjoy this. But it's just not for me personally. And yeah, this is the last Call of Duty I'll ever play. This is my final year. I got one more in me, as Vince Carter once said. But yeah, the only way I ever come back to Call of Duty after this year is if they switch their engine, which last time they changed their engine, it took 12 years. They went from 2007 to 2019 with the same engine. So they've been on this. I can't talk. They've been on this engine for 5 years already. So maybe in another 7 years they change their engine. But I'll be 28, and who fucking knows what I'll be doing in life at 28? I don't even know like what I'll be doing. So maybe I'll come back to the series when I'm 28 years old, or if they somehow make a good game that doesn't have squad spawns, that has silent footsteps, which this game does. This game does have good footstep audio. Doesn't have doors, doesn't have mounting. But that's not possible with this engine because it's built into the engine. Um, I've heard multiple people say that, like Exclusive Ace and Ghost of Hope, people that have behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why they lie about that. So it's impossible to make a game that I would enjoy personally in this engine. I just don't like the core of this engine. I don't enjoy. So yeah, this is my final Call of Duty. This is my send off. But I will say, zombies and campaign for this game look incredible. Zombies and campaign are like 10 out of 10. They are really good. Also, the Omni movement is the best thing they've ever added to Call of Duty, besides jetpacks. Like it's second behind jetpacks. It is so fun. And I'm not really showing it off in this video, which, by the way, I apologize for this bad gameplay, but I was just getting used to the game, and I've not played Call of Duty since basically Vanguard. I played Modern Warfare 2, but I played an hour of it. Maybe a bit longer, maybe a couple hours. But I played like 4 games of Modern Warfare 2. I got one gold camo and then quit the game because I just wanted to see what the gold looked like. So this is basically my first time playing Call of Duty since Vanguard. And I'm not even used to dolphin diving. And it just felt so foreign to me. So I'm basically just sliding around, not really like that guy. I'm not really what he just did. I'm not really using the Omni movement to my advantage. So I apologize for the lackluster gameplay. I will say I do have better gameplay, which I will be uploading. It just has HDR on it, so I didn't want to put it in this video. I could have, but I didn't want to, because if you don't know, HDR makes YouTube videos look horrible. It basically washes out all the colors and I would basically be flashbanging you. It would look like I was playing Black Ops 6 with 100% brightness if you don't got an HDR monitor. I don't know why YouTube does that. Maybe it's been fixed by now, but I know that used to be a thing on YouTube. And I think it still is to this day, if you have a video with HDR, it just like makes everything washed out. All the colors just get really white, and it just makes it really bright. And I didn't want to like hurt your eyeballs, or it wouldn't hurt your eyeballs, but it would just look horrible. But I do have good gameplays. Like I have like a couple 3-4 KD games with the Jackal, which is the meta gun in this game, which I didn't even know at the time of recording this gameplay that you're watching in the background. I mean, I didn't know anything. So, but I do have good gameplay that I will upload. But unfortunately, I have HDR on those clips. And you might be saying, well, why do you have HDR on while playing a multiplayer game? And I do agree, it's dumb to have HDR on while playing a multiplayer game. Well, it's not dumb, it's just there's no reason for it. And that's because when I play single player games, I have HDR on just all the time. And I forget to turn it off when I play multiplayer games. Because I leave it on for single player games because I think it looks good. But then when I go to multiplayer games, I forget to go into settings and turn it off. And then I'll go back and look at some of the good gameplays I got, and I'll be like, oh my god, I forgot to turn HDR off. I can't use that gameplay. But I do want to show you those games because they are my best games so far. So I will make a video. If you don't want to watch it, that's understandable. But yeah, let me know, by the way, in the comments how you're thinking about, like, what you're thinking about this game. Are you enjoying it? You're not enjoying it? Last year I made this video about MW3. It was like mixed. I mean, I'm a very small channel, so I only got like 4 comments, but I'm pretty sure 2 of them were saying, yeah, you're right, I agree with you. And the other 2 were going, you're a fucking idiot. You just hate the game because you're bad. Which, by the way, if you comment that, I will just block you. I will just if you're gonna comment that like you disagree with me, just be like, yeah, I just disagree. Just be a normal human. I don't know, like, I don't try to tell you how to talk, but just be a normal human. I'm getting really sick of how toxic the internet is, where you can never disagree with someone without saying like, oh, you're retarded and you're stupid and like, oh, you're dumb, you're dumb, you're dumb. So I'm just not going to engage with it chronically online. I'm just done I'm just done engaging with chronically online losers. Um, so yeah, but let me know how you're enjoying the game. If you enjoy the game, I completely understand. There's a lot of stuff to enjoy about the game. It's just not what I enjoy in Call of Duty. Um, but yeah. By the way, I had to record this twice. I recorded this whole section you're listening to right now. I recorded this once. Hit end recording, my microphone was muted. My mic was muted, and I had to. So this is my second time saying all this, which is quite fun, by the way. It's so fun to talk for 12 minutes and be quite proud of like how you laid out everything, and then it be muted and just like, oh, gotta do it again. Oh my god, it's just, oh my god, it is so aggravating. Oh my! I do that so much with YouTube videos. I'll talk and I'll mute and I'll be muted. I have to do it again, or like I was saying earlier, I'll leave HDR on and be like, "Well, I just ruined all those clips." It's just there's so much shit that you gotta like. Well, you don't got to, but if you want to make good videos, you gotta like turn off or turn on or make sure things are working. And it's just like there's so much, and it's just like I can't. My brain just cannot focus on more than one thing. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed just me talking about BO6, and there will be more BO6 videos. Like I said, I will be playing the game this year. I will be uploading videos, but this is it. This is the last hurrah. This is my last COD, and yeah, hope it's a good one. And I will see you in the next BO6 video, or maybe in this next video on the channel.